Hey, hi, and hello, Angelisa here, your host for Braap's Throttle Talk. And today I want to chat with you about setting yourself up for success when it comes to our sports. I posted a YouTube video about a month ago talking about your future self and what you can do to make your future self more at ease. But today I want to dive deeper on why going that extra mile can set ourselves up for a better ride experience. All right, well, let's get into it. So at the end of 2023, my word going into 2024 was effort. If you didn't catch my goal setting episode, then you can check that one out next. I've been really leaning into this word every time I have a task to do. I constantly put on repeat, effort. Put in the effort and let's go. So for example, if I'm sledding on the weekend, let's say it's Saturday, and I know it's going to be a very early start. It usually is here in the Sea to Sky. You got to make it at a certain time to any of the sled zones basically before 6 a.m. if you want a good parking spot. We know it's going to be an early start that Saturday. So I am then going to be putting in the effort on Thursday, a couple days before my ride, to make sure that I charge my radios, my InReach, which is my stat phone, and my camera equipment, because I film all the time. Every time I go out, I document everything. So Thursday is where I charge everything that I need to. Then Friday evening, I will pack all of my gear, all of my sled gear into my gear bag, and I'll make sure that I have my avalanche pack ready to go. I'll make sure I have my water in there, any other snacks that I can put in there, like granola bars, protein bars, that sort of thing. And I'll actually go that extra mile, and I will lay out my clothes next to my bed so that I can just quickly change into them. And even an extra step, I will sleep in my sports bra, so then all I need to do is put on my Knix underwear, which, if you don't know, I wear Knix underwear, the Dream Short, every time I ride. Now, there's a reason why. You can catch that video over here if you're watching over on the podcast. So I will lay out everything the night before, and I'll make sure that I have my coffee ready to go. I'll have the mug underneath. I have a Keurig, so I'll make sure I have the Keurig pod in the coffee maker, and then I'll have my mug there. So all I need to do is put the clamp to the Keurig down and just hit brew. I can't remember step by step, but anyways, that's what I do. And then I will make sure that I have my muffins. I always bake protein banana chocolate chip muffins, and I'll make sure that's ready for me to go in the morning as well. Another thing I do the night before is I prepare any lunches, so sandwiches or wraps, anything like that, so it's in the fridge ready to go for the morning of. So the effort leading into that day of me going out sledding would be putting in the time to charge all necessary equipment and gadgets, baking healthy muffins ahead of time, cleaning my truck, which is another thing. I will clean out my truck, make sure that I don't have car seats in there, make sure I don't have fish crackers all over the place, because if you have kids, you know, if you know, you know. Any food in there, I'll take it out. Any other garbage, take it out, clean it out. And then that way in the morning, all I need to do is just put my gear, because I don't want to put my sled gear in my truck the night before, because I do not want to put on a cold monosuit. That won't make me feel good. Like the start of the day, I want to make sure it's nice and warm. So I'm going to transfer everything that I have near the door, my gear bag, my avalanche pack, my camera equipment, obviously the radios, InReach, my transceivers, everything is in my gear bag. So transfer that over into my truck. I'm also going to make sure that I take my magnesium the night before, so that I get a really good night's sleep, which is super important before I have a ride. Another way of setting yourself up for a successful day of riding is, cleaning your gear during your days off or during the off season. So if you're a dirt bike rider, an enduro dirt bike rider, you need to put in the effort of cleaning those moldy hydro packs. If you know, you know. You don't want to have that first ride all of a sudden come up, spring up, I was going to say, and then you have like a moldy hydro pack and you can't even drink your water because it tastes disgusting. Now that has happened, so get on it. Now's your time to clean those hydro packs. Scrubbing your gear, washing your helmet pads, your anything else that needs to be cleaned. Now is your time. Your future self is going to thank you for it, right? I talk a lot about self-care on this podcast, so that is something that I personally need to put more of an effort into. So taking the time to take care of me, like steam showers, hot tubs, stretching, working on my mobility, but to go a step further and to book those appointments that I really need, like massages, chiro appointments, physio appointments. I got a broken finger that's really trying to heal, but it hurts still. So I'm really trying to get that moving. So I'm ready for dirt bike season, which is going to be like in a month. So taking the time, putting in the effort to taking care of me, because the last couple of years, my focus has really been on my family. So I'm really excited to be splurging a little bit, if you will, on me and just putting that extra effort into doing something for me. I also find that waking up early to have time to myself, to visualize, to journal, and to listen to music. If you have a vision journal, I've talked a lot about that on the podcast. If you want to, take a listen to the pod or to that episode or watch over on YouTube, I'll have the links over here. But I really do take the time to visualize. Visualize is such an important step into having a better day. So this way you're going to set yourself up to have a successful day. Things happen, of course, but it's better to have that mindset going into the ride, feeling stoked, feeling excited, and feeling like, I'm going to do that today. I go more in depth about visualization again in the goal setting episode, so you can check that out next. There's so many videos you need to check out, but no, literally you need to check that out because it's such a good tool to have, especially when it becomes a habit. Positive talk also goes a long way as well for giving our future self a confidence booster. Meal prepping, workouts, and drinking water can also go a long way for your future self. As you can see, it really does pay off when we can give time to ourselves now to prepare for our future selves, because we want our future selves, we really want to be at ease, stress-free, and to have fun. So how can we make future us feel all of that? How can we put in the effort so that future us doesn't need to stress out if we're not ready on time, if we can't enjoy that cup of coffee before the ride, if we can't sit down and just take a breath, meditate, visualize, if we didn't set ourselves up to do that visualization. So it really does go a long way physically and mentally. I'm such a big believer in putting in that 1% every single day. So what does that 1% look like for you to make your future self super thankful for putting in that effort? So ask yourself that. What can I do today to make future me less stress and more at ease? Let me know. You can shoot me a DM over on my Instagram, which is at Angelisa Edwards. And that is all that I have for you today, is to really take the time into thinking about us, our future us, and what we can do to put ourselves at ease, stress-free, and just to have more fun by putting in steps prior and be so thankful for it. Okay, that's all. So thank you so much for joining me today. Keep killing it safely out there, and I'll catch you guys next week. Okay, bye.